Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another BBAQW guide. This is another big one, just like Archmage, which should be uploaded by now. This is going to be on the single hardest item to get in this game. This is ridiculous. Words cannot explain how difficult and how long it will take you to get this item, unless you already have a lot of, endgame farms already. But yes, this is the Radiant Goddess of War, which we do not even have yet, because we are still locked behind 8 weeklies. So yes, it'll be 8 more weeks until we have this. We have every single thing farmed besides the 40 Ultraspeaker insignias, which we are missing. And let's get into it. So, what I'm going to do here is pull up a little chart that I made, showing the prerequisites we need for the Radiant Goddess of War. It is posted in our Discord if you'd like to view it there. Otherwise, you can just view this video. But at the top here, we have the Radiant Goddess of War and its prerequisites. We're going to be worried about the right side of it for now. First up, Ascended. Link in the description on our video how to get Ascended. Next up, Classic Hollowborn Paladin Armor. That is from /join Hollow Deep. You get that from turning in 50 human souls in a Shadow Seal. So head to Hollow Deep, do Lay's quests until you do that. We don't have a guide out on that yet. Next up, Empowered Drakith Armor. You get your Drakith Armor, link in the description, and merge it with 5 Champion Drakith Insignias, which you get from killing Ultra Drakith. Once again, a video is linked into the description. It is going to be our Chaos Avenger video, where we show you how to kill Ultra Drakith. Next up, the Fire Champion's Armor, with the requirements listed to the right, but we will be coming back to that. The Void Beetle Warlord, requirements listed here, coming back to that. And most importantly, Malgor the Shadowlord, and this is where we will begin our guide, because this is one of the more difficult armors to get. Malgor the Shadowlord. So, first things first, /join Ultraspeaker. Once you are here, hit go now until you are all the way back at /join Deadlines. Complete the storyline all the way up to the Ultraspeaker and then head back to Deadlines where we are at now. And it is time we will start farming. So from the chart, the first thing we will need to get Malgor the Shadowlord is the Time Ravager. Time Ravager is from Drakith's Merge Shop here. Time Stream Ravager. It will run you 1,000,000 gold and 30 Unbound Thread. But wait, 30 Unbound Thread, that's bad enough. Alas, it is not 30 Unbound Thread that we will need. You will want to farm up a total of 97 Unbound Threads. Thank us later. That is the grand total of Unbound Threads that you will need for this, and it should stack up to that. So to get your Unbound Thread, go to the quest, Fallen Branches. You want to kill the Frenzied Manas until you're at 40 out of 8, followed by the Shadowfall Warriors till you're at 40 out of 8. You can also kill the Swordhaven Knights. The reason I say 40 out of 8 is because that is its maximum stack. Next up, head all the way to the end, having Deja Vu because we just filmed Archmage, which you also need Unbound Thread for. All the way to the end here, to the boss, where you will kill the Eternal Dragon 5 times. So you can turn in this quest in increments of 5 until you have your 97 Unbound Thread. So, what is next? Next up, we will head back to our little flowchart, link in the description. The Shadowflame Defender. And the Shadowflame Defender is from the next /join, which is in /join Ruined Crown. Once you're in Ruined Crown, go to the Merge Shop as per usual from this guy here, and here it is. The Shadowflame Defender, 13 willpower and 500,000 gold. But wait, 13 willpower, that's not bad at all. Just you wait, you will need 73 willpower And that is all. Nothing more than 73, just a little less. Not that bad. Go to the quests from the guys over here. Empathetic Connection. 8 Mana Residue, 8 Mage's Blood Sample, 5 Warlick's Favor. Mana Residue you can get from the Mana Burdened Knights. Next up, the Mana Burdened Mages. After that, you want to, once again, kill the Frenzied Mana. And then go to the boss, where you will kill the boss once again. Calamitous Warlick. 5 times, you can get 40 out of 8. Once again, 5 turn-ins, very similar to the thread, until you have your total of 73 willpower. So, let's head back to our chart. Next up, we need the Mana Guardian, which we see here only requires 15 Garish. So, let's look up Mana Guardian, AQW. This is from the /join time keep. Once you're here in time keep, you will get the quest here to get your Garish janitorial duties. And you only need 13, except if you're noticing a trend here, you will actually need 95 Garish. Funny, right? So, get your 95 Garish from doing the janitorial duties. You want to kill the locusts. And then after killing the locusts, you will want to kill the fat mumblers. There's a room with 3 mumblers though. And it is all the way at the end. Unfortunately, these only stack to 32 out of 8, so you can only do increments of 4. And then once again, you will kill the boss, the malformed Gar, 4 times instead of 5, until you have your grand total of 95 Garish. And you will see why. Next up, Dark Dragon Slayer. This is a big dump of materials in AQW. For one, what you want to do is /join stream more. Once here, go to the merge shop, aka the war chest, or should be from the merge. My bad. Shop. And you will see the Green Dragon Slayer. You will need this 150 prismatic seams. And why don't we show you how to get prismatic seams? Because you will need a total of 450 prismatic seams for the Dark Dragon Slayer. It says 300, but because you need the Green Dragon Slayer, you need 450. Go into this room, kill the false wyverns, do the turn-in and mega turn-in until you have 450, or kill the boss with a group of friends until you have 450. But wait, you thought 450 wasn't enough. You will need a total of, it says 507, you will need a total of 657. More on that later. But yes, do this until you have 657 prismatic seams. Because once you get the Green Dragon Slayer, you can then merge it into the Dark Dragon Slayer. In the Time Stream War merge shop here, Dark Dragon Slayer, 300 prismatic seams, 50 willpower, 50 Garish remnants, and yes, 500,000 gold vouchers, 25 million gold right there, my friends. But make sure to equip your gold boosts in Ascended while farming this war here, because it gives a ton of gold each turn and gives a lot of gold, and the enemies give a lot of gold too. And more on the Green Dragon Slayer, it's just the prismatic seams. So now you have your Dark Dragon Slayer, as well as a bunch of extra prismatic seams. Finally, you need the Mystical Devotee of Mana. So, Mystical Devotee of Mana. This you get from /join World's Core. And this is where you'll find yourself very annoyed, because here is where you need Acquiescence. Go to the quest from Tara, Tranquil Melody, and it will give you Acquiescence. How much Acquiescence do we need? Oh, only 15. Psych. you need a total of 125 acquiescence. Luckily, this can be done in increments of 5 from the Cracked Elemental Stone and Crystallized Tooth. So you want to head all the way to the end here. See the elemental attempts. This is what we will be killing. Kill the elemental attempts, then go into the middle. Kill the crystallized mana. Once again, 40 out of 8 is what you can do. And then head all the way to the boss at the end here, where you will get him out of 5 out of 1. Kill him 5 times. Grand total of 125 times until you have your 125 acquiescence. Go back to the merge shop. Mystical Devotee of Mana. Turn that in. An additional 2.5 million. So we now have all the armors required to get ourselves the Malgor the Shadowlord, except there's one last thing. It is the Dragon's Tear, which requires 10 willpower, 30 Garish, 100 prismatic seams, 30 threads, 25 acquiescence, and a new item here called Elemental Cores. So the Elemental Cores are just as annoying as getting acquiescence, and to get those you want to /join Mana Cradle. Once in Mana Cradle, accept the quest. For not build Malgor's armor set, this is where you will actually get Malgor's armor set, but from Once Upon Another Time. 8 elemental tears, 1 weathered armor shard, and 1 licorice scale. So what did I say? We only needed 40 elemental cores. Psych, you need a total of 2 dragon's tears for the ultimate armor itself, but on top of the 80, you need a total of 105 elemental cores. Yes, super annoying. And to get these are even worse than the acquiescence. You will need friends for this because the bosses are very difficult to kill. So you'll want to head all the way down here in the Mana Cradle and kill the Dark Tainted Manas until you're at 40 out of 8. And then you'll want to go all the way to the right, kill Malgor, which is in this next room here, 5 times. After killing Malgor 5 times, go in here and kill the Menu 5 times. Do that until you have 105 elemental cores, and then you can finally go back to /join Mana Cradle. Go to the merge shop, get yourself your Dragon's Tear, the final item you need for the Malgor armor from this quest, as well as your additional 500,000 gold vouchers. How much gold is that, you say, for this armor in total? It is a total of 43 million gold. It is insane. So, once you have got your Malgor the Shadowlord armor, that is one of the prerequisites needed for the Radiant Goddess of War. But while you're here, go back to the merge shop, get an additional Dragon's Tear, because you will need that later. Next up, we have the Void Beetle Warlord. And on our spreadsheet here, it says we need the Beetle Warlord pet, a totem, Baby Chaos Dragon, and the Reaper's Soul. But for the Beetle Warlord pet, you need 15 million unmolded Fiend Essence and 8 Beetle XP. But before we can do that, we need the Beetle General pet. 150 Gems of Nulgath, 30 Shadow Extracts of Nulgath, 13 Unidentified 13, 500 Tainted Gems, 250 Dark Crystal Shards, 700 Diamonds, and 75 Blood Gems. That is all very standard Nulgath farming, and that will lead you to get the Beetle General pet. So, to get the Beetle General pet, you will want to /join Temple Siege. Once in Temple Siege, complete the storyline, and you want to head up to the top here. At the top of Temple Siege, you will find yourself a merge shop from Nulgath himself. In the shop, you want to get yourself the Beetle General pet. From the Beetle General pet, You want to equip it, click on it, and do the quest called I'm Hungry and Metamorphosis. Metamorphosis gets you the Beetle Warlord pet. You need the Unmolded Fiend Essence and 8 Beetle EXP. Beetle EXP you get from doing I'm Hungry. You get the Red Ant pet from killing red ants. And you need 10 Essence of Nulgath, a total of 80, and 10 Fresh Souls, a total of 80. So to get Essence of Nulgath, you kill the Dark Macais. Very straightforward, you should all know how to do that and where to find them. But to get yourselves the Fresh Souls, you might not know how to do that quite yet. So you want to head to the Turkus / House Stew. Head into the Turkus Uanatlum, Miltonia's Secret, and we will want to go to our good friend Lay. Head left, and head middle, head top left, and here you will find Lay, quests, and we want to do Let's Make a Deal, 10 Fresh Souls. You'll need a total of 80. You get Fresh Souls from /Join Citadel. And just kill these peons, very easy. So once you have your total of 80 Fresh Souls, we now need 8 Red Ant pets. And the Red Ant pets are kind of a joke requirement. It's kind of funny too, because to get those you have to kill the Red Ants from /Join Giant Tail.
No, it's just /Join Giant.
My bad, not Giant Tail. Let's see. /Join Giant should be the /Join. Once here, kill the ants until you have your pets. It only stacks to 1, so turn them in 1 at a time, and now you should have your 10 EXP ready for Metamorphosis. One last thing we needed, the Unmolded Fiend Essence. So, /House Stew, head back to the Turkus Uanatlum, Miltonia's Secret, get to Swindle and Bilk. If you have the Swindle and Bilk pet, you can just click it here. Takes you, go to the Merge Shop, and here you can get the Unmolded Fiend Essence for a mere 15 million gold. Once you have turned in that 15 million gold, you can now complete the Metamorphosis quest to get the Beetle Warlord. The Beetle Warlord pet gives you yet again another quest, which we need to complete only once this time. 1 Totem of Nulgath, 1 Baby Chaos Dragon, and 1 Reaper's Soul. The Baby Chaos Dragon is a pet that you get from Dragon Challenge. So you want to /Join Dragon Challenge. And it is dropped by the Chaos Dragon. You want to go to the Refight Dragons and find the Chaos Dragon. Once here, kill the Chaos Dragon until you get the Baby Chaos Dragon. Super cute. And then you'll find that next up, you need the Reaper's Soul. Reaper's Soul is very simple. /Join the Void. Go to the Reaper here. To battle. Who exactly? Press more. The Reaper. Kill the Reaper himself until you have the Reaper's Soul. Turn this in, still hungry, and get the Void Beetle Warlord, which is this item right here on our little flowchart. Boom. Another lot of gold out of the way, and onto the Fire Champion's Armor. Now, the Fire Champion's Armor is yet again another roadblock in this farm, as it requires all of this and 26 million gold total. So what you want to do is /Join War Training. Once here, complete the story, go to the Merge Shop, you see Fire Champion's Armor. First up, Polished Dragon Slayer. 30 War Fury Emblems, 30 Enchanted Scales, 30 Dragon Scales. War Fury Emblems, accept the quest. War Fury Training, you think you only need 30, but in fact, as our spreadsheet says, you need 90 because you need an additional 60 for the Fire Champion's Armor. So what you can do is get yourself a team of people together to go and fight the boss. Or instead, if you're by yourself, which is very understandable, you can head to the room where I'm going now and kill the War Fury soldiers, turning in that quest 90 total times. Otherwise, head to the top with your group of friends, and you can kill Varga until you turn that quest in 90 times. So, next up for the Polished Dragon Slayer, 30 Enchanted Scales. You get these from /join Dragontown. Once in Dragontown, you click on Galanoth Quests, Dragon Slayer Farming Quest. You do need rank 10 Dragon Slayer class for this as a prerequisite. Sorry, not this one. My apologies. You will go to Dragon Slayer General class, become a Dragon Slayer General, and do this class. Do this quest. You need 30 Enchanted Scales for the Polished Dragon Slayer, but if we look at our chart here, we need a total of 155 because you need 125 for the Fire Champion's armor. But oh wait, in total we need 405, yet it only stacks to 250. So once here, get your 155 Enchanted Scales, follow me, head to the right, defeat all enemies to continue. Super annoying. Blah, blah, blah. Kill the enemies in the room. I avoid High Lord on right now. Not ideal. But sit in this room, kill the Tempest Dracoliches, Blood Dracolith, and the Dragon Slayer until you have 155 Enchanted Dragon Slayer. 155 Enchanted Dragon Scales. At this point, we are only missing one more thing for the Polished Dragon Slayer, and that is 30 Dragon Scales. This is super easy. /join lair. And you want to head all the way up to the top as per usual. Classic lair shenanigans. Classic map in AQW. Let me know if you agree. Go into the room that has 3 Draconians. The cave works here. Kill these guys until you have your 30 Dragon Scales. It only stacks to 30. You do need a total of 60, but it only stacks to 30. So, at this point, you can head back to War Training, get your Polished Dragon Slayer, and now, we now have the Polished Dragon Slayer, which we need for the Fire Champion's armor. At this point, we already have our 125 Enchanted Scales. Get yourself 50 500,000 gold vouchers, 25 million, a lot of gold. And now at this point, what we need are 60 War Fury emblems and 13 Void Scales. So to get the Void Scales, what you want to do is /join underlair. Once here, get to the boss at the very end. It is the classic underlair Void boss. You'll see what I mean here in a minute. Archfiend Dragonlord, I believe. Right, Raj?
Yeah, Archfiend Dragonlord.
Raj should be here. Might be muted.
Yeah, it's Archfiend Dragonlord.
But yes, head to the Archfiend Dragonlord. Get yourself 13 Void Scales. Next up, we need the 60 War Fury emblems. So, how do you get those, you may ask? You get those from the /join War Training, which we already showed you how to get, followed by the 10 Flame Forged Metals. And this, in AQW, is very simple. You will just want to /join Underworld. Once here, we want to head to our good friend that gives us the quest. So follow me. Head down. And head to the right. Go to our boy Chanky. And then you want to go to the quest Need Flame. Accept it. Stolen Flame. You get the Stolen Flame from the Frozen Pyromancer. So get your 10 medals, and then you can head back to /join War Training and get yourself another giant prerequisite for this class, the Fire Champion's armor. So, at this point, we can head back to our flowchart, do a little bit of zooming out, because look at that, we now have all of the Pre-Reqs to accept the Radiant Goddess of War quest. So, next thing here is the Goddess of War, which requires 50 Ice Shards, 3 Purified Dragon Essence, and that Dragon Tear we got earlier. So why don't we start with the Ice Shards? Raj and I actually did this morning, so it's very fresh in our minds. You need the Ice Shard version 2, which is from the Charred Plains. So /join Charred Plains.
Alright.
Future Stewart here coming in to interject. Once you're in Charred Plains, you can accept this quest, or you can just go to North Mountain /join North Mountain to get the same quest. You just kill the boss at the top of North Mountain. I couldn't hear Raj for all of this video until about the end because my headphones were muted for some reason. So he was we were talking over each other here, and Raj was very confused, rightfully so. But yes, go to /join North Mountain instead and kill Izzot's. Head to the top of North Mountain, where you will find Izzot's. A lovely, very bulky, jacked boss. You'll see what I mean here in a minute. Not too difficult. Few 100,000 health. I think it's just 150. And complete this quest until you have yourself your 50 Ice Shards. So what's next, you may ask? The 3 Purified Dragon Essence. To get Purified Dragon Essence, you first need yourself the Overwhelmed Axe. And to get yourself the Overwhelmed Axe, you need 10 Brilliant Aura, 250 Spirit Orbs, 100 Loyal Orbs, and 1 Blinding Aura. Link to our Blinding Light of Destiny guide in the description, because the Blinding Light of Destiny is a prerequisite itself. So, /join Tech Fortress. Go to the Merge Shop under War Chest. Get yourself the Overwhelmed Axe. And then you can accept the quest from Farming Quests. I'm gonna Let It Shine, which requires 10 Purification Orbs, 5 Rainbow Moonstones, and 10 Desolich Dark Horns. Desolich Dark Horns are from /join Desolich. They only stack to 3, but you'll need 3 of these for a total of 9. Not a 100% drop, but Desolich is a hood classic. Next, for the Moonstones, can't remember the go-to. Do you remember it, Raj?
Yeah, it's Earthstorm.
Bro doesn't want to talk. That's okay. Oh!
Earthstorm. Hello.
/join Earthstorm. Sorry, my headphones turned off because you didn't talk for so long.
Holy shit. Yeah,
go to the Rainbow Moonstone.
For so long, and you just haven't been responding. I thought my Discord wasn't working.
Go to the trade for Rainbow Moonstone, and you want to head to the right. You'll need a total of 15, but it only stacks to 5. You want to kill the rubies in here, sapphires in here, diamonds in here, and the emeralds in here. Get your moonstones. Next up, 10 purification orbs. They stack to 15. You will need 30 /join Doomwood. Once in Doomwood, you want to kill the final boss of Doomwood. A very difficult boss to kill. Just follow us all the way to the end. Kill the Undead Paladin. 1,840 health. So now, you should have yourself your 3 Purified Dragon Essence. Next up, the Hollowborn Doomblade from Lay. Guide coming out on that shortly. It does require its own video. But next up, you will need the Prestige Cloak. And from this, you will have to /join Ultraspeaker. This is where stuff really takes a turn from the worse, because this requires 10 dailies. Not 10 dailies, sorry, 10 weeklies, because you will need 50 Malgor insignias. And to get the Malgor insignias, it is very difficult, because you need to kill the Ultraspeaker, the hardest Ultra boss in AQW. So, right now, I will be giving you a quick little rundown with pictures and charts that we have, showing you how to do it. And I will follow that with a clip of us killing the Ultraspeaker. So I'm going to pull this picture up, posted by Jcore in our Discord. And don't be overwhelmed here by this picture. What you'll want is a Legion Revenant, Lord of Order, a Stone Crusher, and an Arch Paladin. In this case, we replace Stone Crusher with Quantum Chronomancer because it makes it much quicker. So we are using LR, Lord of Order, AP, and QCM. When you start the fight, you will all be fighting the Ultraspeaker, and he will say a phrase that has the word truth in it. When he says truth, the Lord of Order should taunt. Next up, he will say a phrase that has listen in it, and the Lord of Order should taunt. By this point, everyone needs to go to either side of this little marking on the ground, as for a red zone is coming up. During red zones, during red zones, one person is to stand in it. First up, it is the Stone Crusher, also known as the Quantum Chronomancer. The Quantum Chronomancer will stay in this red zone for the first one, and as soon as it appears, the the Legion Revenant will use Decay, which is on his 2 skill, making sure that the Ultraspeaker cannot heal. After he's used Decay, the Stone Crusher stays in the red zone disappears, and everyone runs back in to continue fighting the boss, where he will say a line with truth, Arch Paladin will taunt, listen, Stone Crusher will taunt, it will roll over. It is now the Legion Revenant's red zone. Everyone leaves, Legion Revenant stays in it, and then the Legion Revenant uses 2 to decay as soon as the red zone appears. After the red zone's over, everyone comes back in, Legion Revenant taunts. Taunt lasts, or you want to taunt when he says listen. Taunt lasts through the truth. Once the second truth shows up, Lord of Order taunts, which lasts through the listen. It is now the Arch Paladin zone. Once again, red zone appears. Arch Paladin is the only player standing in it. Legion Revenant uses Decay so that the boss does not heal. And then the Arch Paladin taunts for that truth, followed by the Quantum Chronomancer taunting for the listen, which also lasts the duration of the truth. Finally, it is the Lord of Order zone. Lord of Order stands in the zone. Legion Revenant uses Decay so the boss doesn't heal. And then the Legion Revenant taunts after the zone is over. When he says listen, it bleeds through the truth. The second truth, Lord of Order taunts, and it bleeds through the listen. Now you go back to the top, where it is now the Quantum Chronomancer zone, and you repeat that until you kill the Ultraspeaker. You have to do this for 10 weeks, and it is a requirement that the Lord of Order has the Penitence Forge enhancement on his cape. There are other ways to do it, but this is what we found most helpful for us. So yes, that is how you kill the Ultraspeaker. Please watch this following clip. Alright, so here we are in the Ultra fight here for the Ultraspeaker. I'm going to be narrating, following along. First taunt here is mine, Legion Revenant for the truth. So boom, taunt here. Make you see the truth, listen, that's Lord of Order. Now it's the Quantum Chronomancer zone. Watch how I use Depravity as soon as it turns red. Got it sped up here, followed by Arch Paladin taunt, then Quantum again. So now it's my zone. I'm going to stay in here, save Depravity and Decay right for as it turns red, followed by my taunt. Next up, Lord of Order. Now it's Arch Paladin's zone, and boom, turns red, use my 2. It's really important or else he heals all of his health. It's now going to be Lord of Order's zone, followed immediately by my taunt on Legion Revenant. So boom, saving that 2, turns red, boom, decay. I run back in, instantly taunt. This is usually around about where I die. Raj tries to time his seal around here with my death, but I think I lived this time, and now, there you go, it's just a repeating Quantum zone. Now it's going to be my zone. Problem is with this fight is basically no one can make a mistake, so you're relying not only on yourself but on 3 other people. My zone didn't let him heal there, so make sure that your LR and Lord of Order have a brain, because Lord of Order does have to run out of the zone immediately after taunting, and he's the only person who has to do that, because otherwise he will get stunned because he's on the back half. And yeah, so this took us a while to do the second time around. for some reason. We were really having some troubles. It mainly had to do with our Quantum not having penitence. It is recommended that literally everyone in the fight has penitence on their cape, but only one of us did, and that was Nico 20, or his name there. Can't really see it. But yeah, fight's getting down to the nitty gritty here. Bro's losing quite a lot of health. I believe I die here. Coming up, that is expected. The Quantum is expected to die. Legion Revenant will die, sometimes without penitence. It does get super difficult. And yeah, I'd recommend farming penitence, the cape forge enhancement. But yeah, look at this. We are almost done killing him. Hit a quick prayer here to Jehovah, or to John Miscavige, your favorite Scientologist. Head out of the zone. Boom. He's only got 1,000,000 health left. Starting to freak out a little bit here because we've been trying to do this all night. I was probably a little bit intoxicated too. That didn't help. It's my zone. And looks like the Ultraspeaker has come to the end of his mortal coil. I'm kind of bugging there, you know, and boom, there you go. We killed him. Now back to the guide. Alright, now that you know how to get the Ultraspeaker insignias, we can now do the Prestige Cloak. For the Prestige Cloak, in the shop here, you will see that it requires the Goddess of War Cloak, just 10 insignias, 10 acquiescence, which you already have farmed. Next up, the Goddess of War Blades. Blade of Courage, Power, Speed, Strength, and Wisdom. You will see that Raj and I only have the Blade of Power. That is because we are locked on the weeklies. We have all the prerequisites, but first up, Blade of Courage. 7 insignias, 50 Brilliant Aura, 1 Blinding Aura, 10 Acquiescence. You should all know how to get that by now. Next up, the Blade of Power. 250 Enchanted Scales, which I showed you how to get earlier. So now get yourself a max stack of that. 7 Insignias, 30 Dragon Scales, once again shown to you earlier, and 10 Acquiescence, shown to you earlier, which you should already have. Next up, Blade of Speed. This one requires 75 Ultimate Darkness Gems and 5 Death's Oversight. Now I will show you how to get the Ultimate Darkness Gems as well as the Death Oversight. To get the Ultimate Darkness Gems, you want to /join Shadowfall War, go into the first room, kill everything in here until you have 75. It is a 5% drop from each monster, so it'll take you about an hour or two. Not that bad, just hellishly boring. Next up is the Death's Oversight. And to get the Death's Oversight, what you want to do, /join Shadow Attack. You need 5 of this. It is dropped by Death himself. Click on this guy, battle Death again, kill him till you have your 5 Death's Oversight. So now we can head back to the Ultraspeaker. Merge shop. You can now have the Blade of Speed. Next up, Blade of Strength. 25 Elemental Cores, which you should already have. 25 Fire Avatar's Favor and 10 Acquiescence. Fire Avatar's Favor is just from /join Fire Avatar. It is yet again another basic kill this shit, kill the boss. So go to the quest, Avatar's Rage. In this case, it is just kill this shit and kill this shit, but you need to kill the Onslaughts and the Elementals. Onslaughts are any of these guys in the rooms right here. The Elementals you find much closer to the boss Tindarius himself. Head up the mountain, and here you find the room with 2 Elementals. Do this quest 25 times. Each of them stacks to 40 for each of these should stack to 30 for a total of 5 turn-ins per, very similar to what we were doing earlier. Now you can head back to the Ultraspeaker to get your final blade for this ill-forsaken armor, the Blade of Wisdom. 13 Fragments of the Queen, 250 Shadow Chaos Motes. Fragments of the Queen are from /join Transformation. Let us know in chat, or let us know in the comments below, which other thing we recently released a guide on requires Fragments of the Queen. I'll give you a hint. It is a class. Head into this hole and keep on going until you're at the final boss, which is the Queen of Monsters. Get your 13 Chaos Queen fragments. Next up, the Shadow Motes of Chaos / join Laguna Beach. You have to complete the storyline up to this point, but at this point, you can accept the quest A Closer Look. Head into this first room and kill all of this. Kill this stuff until you have 75 out of 15. You can then do a turn-in for 5 times. And this takes a while, probably a few hours. You need 250 Shadow Chaos Motes. The quest itself drops either 1, 2, 3, or 2, 3, or 4. At a minimum, you will be getting 10. At a maximum, you will be getting 20. So, there you go. You can now head back to the Ultraspeaker. I spelled it wrong. Once back at the Ultraspeaker, head into the merge shop, get your final Blade of Wisdom, which you can now get this Prestige Cloak. That Prestige Cloak can now go to the merge shop into the Goddess of War, 3 Purified Undead Dragon Essence, 50 Ice Shards, Hollowborn Doomblade, Goddess of War Prestige Cloak in the Dragon's Tier. Get yourself the Goddess of War. You can now go to Quests, the Goddess of War Quests, and turn in your final 5 insignias after the 10 weeks to get the hardest item in Adventure Quest Worlds, the Radiant Goddess of War. Here it is. Thank you for watching the guide. Yep. We will have this armor in 8 weeks. I hope this helps. Yeah. Goodbye. Thank you very much for watching. Just got some last minute ending narration here. Should be coming out with a Hollowborn Sword of Doom or Hollowborn Doomblade. That last requirement there, little guide for that, as well as the other Hollowborn armor. But yeah, thank you very much for watching. Some of my captions didn't work because I use Windows Movie Maker. And yeah, have a great day. Goodbye.